So, these presentations will cover the project objectives and work plan, as well as the cost share portion for the grant proposal phase of the Specialty Crop Block Grant Program. Let's begin with the project objectives and work plan. The project objectives and work plan attachment is where you will identify the main goals that the project is seeking to accomplish. You must download the project objectives and work plan template, fill in your information and save it to your computer, and then upload it to your grant proposal application using the Attachments tab in FAST. Please be aware that a project can be disqualified for the following reasons: not attaching the project objectives and work plan template, attaching a blank file, or attaching an unreadable or corrupt file. Please note your project objectives and work plan must be submitted as a Microsoft Word document. Do not submit as any other file type. We will go into more detail on the required sections of this template in the following slides. Here's what the first page of the project objectives and work plan template looks like. The template provides you with the option of providing 6 project objectives. However, you are able to add or remove project objectives as needed. The project objectives and work plan document cannot exceed 5 pages and must be submitted as a Word document. Please do not submit this as a PDF and do not change the formatting of the template other than to add or remove lines and tables as needed. Now let's go over each of these sections. At the top of the project objectives and work plan template, enter the proposal identification number or PIN assigned to your project in FAST. Estimate the date project activities will begin and the date project activities will end. Projects may not start before November 1st, 2020 or end after April 30th, 2023. Identify the main goals the project is seeking to accomplish. All projects must provide at least one objective. An objective, for example, could be to develop a California specialty crop nutrition campaign, Cooking with Parents, aimed at encouraging children to try one new California specialty crop each month and to cook with their parents. In the table provided, describe the tasks necessary to accomplish each of the identified project objective or objectives. If more than 6 activities will be required for any of the objectives, add additional rows as needed. Examples of objective activities could be to develop overall campaign goals and objectives and create educational posters to be distributed to local schools. In the table provided, identify which members of the project team will do the work for each activity listed. For example, personnel, project participants, contractors, and or subrecipients, etc. As an important note, all individuals for whom SCBGP funding is requested in the budget narrative attachment must be responsible for activities listed in the project objectives and work plan attachment. We ask that you please provide the title of the person performing the duties as shown in this example. In the table, provide the estimated beginning and end dates for when each activity will be accomplished. Only include activities occurring within the grant period using month and year as shown in the example. This is an example of what a completed project objective will look like. You may add or delete objective tables or activity lines as needed without exceeding 5 pages. Now let's move on to the cost sharing portion. Please note that having a cost share for your project is not required. The cost sharing template is only required for proposals that include matching funds or in-kind contributions. Matching funds refers to dollar amounts committed to your project from a source other than the SCBGP. On the other hand, In-kind contributions refer to the estimated dollar or fair market values of time, property, or supplies donated to your project. Both matching funds and in-kind contributions may come from the applicant organization or from outside of the applicant organization. Any costs or activities described within the cost-sharing template should not be listed within the budget narrative, as the budget narrative is reserved for costs and activities to be paid for by the SCBGP. Although the cost-sharing template is unscored, it is required if your project includes matching funds or in-kind contributions. At the top of the template, include your project's PIN and the total amount of cost share committed to the project. The document is broken down into 4 columns. Under Amount, list the dollar amount committed to your project from a source other than the SCBGP or the estimated dollar value of time, property, or supplies donated to your project. Under Type of Cost Share, simply type in matching funds or in-kind contribution as appropriate for the amount listed. Under Source, type in the organization or individual supplying the cost share. Under Summary Activities or Costs, indicate the activities or costs the cost share will cover. Because costs and activities covered by cost share are not included within the budget narrative, this template provides the opportunity to detail costs and activities necessary to complete project objectives that would otherwise be missing from the proposal. For instance, listing an individual's time that will be donated to the project may help clarify that the applicant has sufficient personnel dedicated to the project to accomplish its objectives. You may find an example of the cost-sharing template on page 31 of the grant proposal instructions. Please note that this is just an example. Do not copy for your own project. You may add or remove lines as necessary. That concludes the project objectives and work plan, as well as the cost share presentations. Please review these sections and prepare your grant proposal accordingly. Thank you.